afternoon and welcome back to Pond Forge International Sports Centre here in Sheffield. We are just preparing for our second heat session of the day. That will be 12:30 start for the men's 4x100 freestyle teams event. There are two events, 3 heats in each. So it'll be a quick session. They'll have lots of energy, lots of excitement, maybe some drama. Our first event will be the men's 14-16 years 400 meters freestyle team, and then our second event will be the men's 17 years and over 400 meters freestyle team. The athletes are now entering poolside for our first event, heat number 1 of the men's 14-16 years 400 meters freestyle. There is your start list for heat number 1. In 0, it will be Northampton D. In 1, East Lothian D. In 2, City of Peterborough. In 3, Millfield School B. In 4, Worcester. In 5, Poole. In 6, Leamington Spa. In 7, Ren 96C. And in 8, City of Cardiff D. So the first heat is underway, and in the water for Northampton it's Mario Vanscoyelos Blanche. In for East Lothian it's Zach Slater. In for Peterborough, Zach Swindle. For Millfield it's Zach Cooper. For Worcester it's Ben Gooch. For Poole, Hugo Young. Leamington Spa, we've got Andre Onyokui. Red 96C, I've got Adam Scott. And City of Cardiff, it's Joseph Parsons. And it's Slater for East Lothian that took it out in lane 1. You can see him there at the bottom of your screen, quite far ahead of the rest of the field at the moment. He is in first in the middle. There's a good battle going on between Worcester and Poole. As we go into the first changeover, it will be East Lothian that lead the way. Slater handing over to Connor Aspinall. In second, after that first 100, it is Poole. Hugo Young handed over to Freddie Hodgetts. He's now in the water in lane 5. For Northampton, it's Jack Bignell. For Peterborough, it's Orlando Deering. For Millfield School, it's Adam White. For Worcester, it's Theodore Rogers. And East Lothian still in the lead at the moment. Poole second. Charlie Rounce of Leamington Spa turned in third. Tom Jeffords is in for Ren 96 and Jack Bamborough for Cardiff. Lane 6 now in the lead. Charlie Rounce has had a great swim here for Leamington Spa. He will come in and hand over to Ned Stevens. Just behind him it's Poole. And then East Lothian in lane 1, now down to third. The race is on at the bottom of the pool. In the water for Northampton, in 0, Benjamin Gibbons. Declan Kay's in for East Lothian. Jack Zachary for Peterborough. Ruben Brindley for Millfield. Henry Hoare for Worcester. Cody Collins for Poole. Ned Stevens, as I mentioned, is leading the way for Leamington Spa. Magnus Morris for Ren 96 and Thomas Haynes of Cardiff. Poole are in second behind Leamington Spa. They look, that yellow hat of Poole though now pulling level, also going well. 1 lane up from them. It is Morris of Ren 96. As we come into our final changeover, it will be Northampton D out of shot down at the bottom who touched first. Now they are out and on their way. Benjamin Gibbons with an excellent third 100. He hands over to Elliot Barker, who you can see in the water now. In two is all change here. In two, City of Peterborough's Rufus Bennett going well down his penultimate 50. Heaton second behind Northampton. Luca Sartorius for Poole turns third, just ahead of Axel Martin of Leamington Spa. Harry Keogh is in for Ren 96. Komar is in for City of Cardiff. William Thomas for Worcester. But it is Northampton leading at the bottom of the pool. Peterborough going well. Poole in lane 5. They're fighting this one, but at the bottom here it's going to come right down to the touch. And the touch does go to Northampton, 3:41.51. Peterborough 3:41.64. Poole 3:42.80. There are 3 heats of this one. The final will happen tonight at the end of tonight's session. So we've started off with some excitement. As we prepare now, we'll see those official results. Unfortunately, it has been a disqualification, and unfortunately it is Northampton D, so that does affect the results of that heat number 1. It means the City of Peterborough have the fastest time at 3:41.64. Here is your start list for heat number 2 of this 14-16 years 400 meters freestyle team event. In 0 will be City of Sheffield, in 1 Rotherham Metro, 2 City of Leeds, 3 Wickham District A, 4 Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson, 5 Northumberland and Durham Performance, 6 City of Cambridge, 7 Skipton, 8 Repton and 9 Soundwell. Getting away well in 8 for Repton, it's Harry Milne, and at the bottom of the pool, Jensen Owen for Sheffield and Jack Finney for Rotherham. Patrick Neal goes for Leeds, Alexander Moore for Wickham, Aaron Bissett for Monson, William Gowler for Northumberland, Edward Ormsby for Cambridge, Sam Smith for Skipton. They are your first leg swimmers. Over first it is Bissett of Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. They had an excellent victory in the 4x200 metres freestyle yesterday. They were heat declared winner. They will be finals tonight, going well in 7. Now it's Sam Smith for Skipton. It's those two out in front as we come towards the end of this first leg. RTW Monson touch first, 53.12. Hayden and Ann now in the water for them. In for Skipton, it's Sean Smith. They are out ahead of the rest of the moment. Going well in 8, it's Repton, Cameron Jameson in for them. Jack Brown is in for Sandwell. James Williamson for Cambridge, Jacob Barnett for Northumberland. Hayden and Ann for Monson, who are still in the lead. Samuel Williams for Wickham, Oliver Whittleston for Leeds. Bo Gummersall for Rotherham and Ethan Potter for Sheffield. Repton are in 3rd. In lane 4 though, in that middle lane, it is Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson leading the way. As they come into this changeover, the next person into the water will be Max Ilmukadem. Skipton still in 2nd, Repton still in 3rd, Wickham District up to 4th. In for them, it's Marcus Haig. Northumberland, it's Elliot Arnold. For City of Leeds, it's Matthew Just. For Rotherham, James Cam. For Sheffield, How She. Riley Hall's in for Cambridge. Zach Sheriff turns third there for Skipton. Sam Mesa for Repton. Down to sixth, Harry Kershaw. Lake in Soundwell. There are your third leg swimmers. But here we see RTW Monson. El Mukadam out and away from the rest, but it's a fight behind him at the moment. In sixth, City of Cambridge are in second place. Riley Hall going well for them. As El Mukadam hands over to Tom Hawkins. They are out and in the lead, but it's all go on this anchor leg. Going well in are still Cambridge. On the leg for them now, it's Ryan Wall, Joe Burgess for Skipton, Finlay Cordell for Repton, Reece Dodd for Soundwell. Monty Smith turns second for Wickham District. Gabriel Shepherd, City of Leeds, he was the individual champion. Oliver, in the 200 freestyle, Oliver Davis Tuto of Rotherham Retro, Miles Kinlan of City of Sheffield. RTW Monson have got this one, but the fight behind him, look how close it is. Cambridge fighting back, Wall with every stroke. Monty Smith for Wickham District and going well at the bottom. It is in lane one, Oliver Davis Tuto, but it will be RTW Monson, that's Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson, that take that one. 3:35.23, head of Wickham District, 3:38.20. And Rotherham Metro coming through to take that touch. 3:38.73, just a tenth of a second ahead of Cambridge. There are your results of heat number 2.
Go, Nathan!
We move on to heat number 3. This is the final heat in this event. In 0, it'll be Leander. In 1, Camden Swiss Cottage. 2, Plymouth Leander A. 3, City of Birmingham A. 4, Millfield School A. 5, Guildford City. 6, Mount Kelly A. 7, Warrender Baths. 8, Chelsea and Westminster. And 9, Hackney Aquatics. The best reaction coming from lane number 2, that's Plymouth Leander's Nathan Apps. In 1 for Leander, it's Adrian Lepsu-Carril. For Camden, it's Killian Bramham. James Page goes for Birmingham. Ewan Pedersen for Millfield. Charles Clark for Guildford. Fergus Thompson for Mount Kelly. Rory Stobie for Warrender Baths. Joseph Adams for Chelsea and Westminster. And Sam Adams for Hackney. Turning first, it is Guildford. Clark for Guildford ahead of Joseph Adams of Chelsea and Westminster. In third, after 50, it was Pedersen for Millfield. Go well there in lane number 5. It is still Guildford. Pedersen fighting for Millfield to get back on level terms, and James Page going well for Birmingham. It's Guildford into the wall first. Charles Clark's hands over to Christian Gale. In second, it was Millfield. Now in the water for them, it's Ruben Alty. In the water for Mount Kelly, Abuljaba Adama. William Viney's in for Birmingham. Oliver Dennis for Plymouth. Richie Grant for Camden. Still Guildford lead by half a second over Millfield, who are just over half a second ahead of Birmingham. Alexander Laurie is in for Leander. Rocco Cristiani in for Hackney. And Santino Real in for Chelsea. Mano Dreisel's in for Warrender Baths, but the fight at the front is between Millfield. Alty's had a brilliant swim here. He's overhauled Gale. He's opened up an advantage. And he will hand over to Ethan Stubbs-Green. About a body length ahead now of Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. No, sorry, Guildford. My bad. There for Morgan Davis. He's in the water now. Ben Uff's in for Mount Kelly. James Burnett for Warrender Baths. Harvey Reid is in for Birmingham. There you can see going well in 6. It is Uff. James Burnett's in for Warrender Baths. Max Stafford-Davis for Chelsea and Westminster. Gail Lessard for Hackney. Gabriel Barrett for Camden and Victor Noguera for Leander. The fight at the front, Millfield still in the lead. Mount Kelly have made up significant ground here. They look like they have overhauled Guildford. But as I say that, Guildford fight back. And now in the water for Millfield, it is Lachlan Parrott. For Guildford, it will be Joseph Way. For Mount Kelly, it's Alessandro Donofrio. For the I've got Harry Sharp. Zeno Ubatelli goes for Chelsea and Westminster. Lucas Malkev for Hackney. Hugh Mason-Williams has the job of anchoring City of Birmingham. Matthew Hamilton for Plymouth Leander. Camden Swiss Cottage have got Llewellyn Porter and Joe Jennings goals for Leander. Millfield lead the way here. Fighting back, one lane up, it's Joseph Way for Guildford. And the battle between Mount Kelly and City of Birmingham is heating up as well, as Hamilton tries to fight back into the mix for Plymouth Leander. Now Guildford coming through, and it will be Guildford City that touch the wall first. Superb anchor leg there for Joseph Way to regain the advantage. 3:35.38 for Guildford. 3:35.61 for Mount Kelly. 3:36.04 for Millfield. 3:36.91 for City of Birmingham. (3:35.23) won the last heat. Here are the official results, and unfortunately Hackney Aquatics were disqualified. So that concludes 3 very exciting heats in this 14 to 16 years 400 metres freestyle team. There is your summary, and the 4x200 champions do go into the final in pole position with a slither of a lead over Guildford City and Mount Kelly A. Here is page 2 of your summary. And there is the final page of those results. That concludes our men's 14 to 16 years 400 metres freestyle team event. As I said, the first 10 there will be back for finals tonight, as we now move on to the men's 17 years and over 400 metres freestyle team event. This is heat number 1. In lane 3, it's Mount Kelly and Hubert Danich for them. In 4, Maidenhead with James Blaby. In 5, Surrey University with Fabian Brudnicki. And in lane 6 is City of Salford D with Connor Hartley. Leading the way at the moment. In 5, it is Surrey University. They'll turn first after 50. 25.18 for Brudnicki. 25.47 for Blaby of Maidenhead, with Mount Kelly C in 3rd. Surrey University still going well. Battle here closest to us between Mount Kelly and Maidenhead to go into the final stages, into our first takeover. And Brudnicki there for Surrey University hands over to Ewan Taylor. Mount Kelly finished strong. Danich there to hand over to Caroline Jones in 2nd position. In the water now for Maidenhead, it's William Dean, and Alexander Volkovoy goes up the top in that yellow hat of City of Salford. Still in the lead, it's Taylor and Surrey University. Caroline Jones of Mount Kelly working hard here as he comes up onto the shoulder of Taylor. In the middle now, you can see there, it is William Dean of Maidenhead. And Volkroy looks like he's making up some ground for the city of Salford, but that position won't change for them. They'll still be in fourth at this takeover. Surrey University in the water first, Mount Kelly second, Maidenhead third, Salford fourth. In for now, it's Christopher Finch for Surrey, Nathan Potter for Maidenhead, Callum Cox is in for Mount Kelly, and Joseph Stout is in for the city of Salford. Surrey University over first, Mount Kelly over second, Maidenhead third, City of Salford still fourth. Surrey University holding the Mount Kelly challenge off this time. And fighting hard is Potter of Maidenhead there in that centre of those three swimmers. As we go into the changeover. And in the water now for Surrey University with the job of bringing them home, it's James Taylor. Luke Dunstall's in for Mount Kelly, Alex Bacon for Maidenhead, and Nathan Lockett for the city of Salford. Maidenhead, Surrey University and Mount Kelly in a battle here. Mount Kelly hit the front for the first time since the first changeover. Luke Tunstall turns a 3:05.30. Just 0.2 of a second now separating Surrey University and Maidenhead. Alex Baker working hard. Mount Kelly's lead has been eaten up again though. That fast start as we come in to the finish, and it will be Mount Kelly C that take that one, 3:33.16. Ignore those numbers. Surrey University was second, Maidenhead third, and then City of Salford fourth. There are your official results of heat number 1. They are incorrect, so they won't, hopefully they are not official. It does say official on the scoreboard, but they're definitely not. So the City of Salford were fourth, but because of the relays, it does affect the time pads sometimes. So we will hopefully bring you the update of those results in the summary, but for now, we are preparing in the venue for heat number 2. This is the start list of heat number 2. In 0, it'll be City of Cardiff. 1, Stockport Metro. 2, Newcastle. 3, Team Bath. 4, Mount Kelly A. 5, Loughborough Uni. Versity. 6, Chelsea Westminster. 7, Derby Excel. 8, Northumberland Durham Performance. And in line, it's Poole. Just wait for Heat 2 to get underway. They are trying to establish those results from the first heat. Here are the results from the previous heat, now amended, and we can confirm that Mount Kelly C did finish first, 3:33.16 for them. Now Heat 2 are under starters orders. Max Grayson Holly goes for Cardiff. Frankie Duncan-Smith for Stockport. Harry Nicholson for Newcastle. Oliver Watts for Bath. Matthew Ward for Mount Kelly. Michael Ripper for Loughborough. Nicholas Finch for Chelsea and Westminster. Tom Truman for Derby. Adam Strickland for Northumberland and Durham. And Robbie Hemmings for Poole. After the first 50 metres, Mount Kelly A lead with Matthew Ward by 1/100th ahead of Newcastle, with Loughborough turning third. In lane 4, there is Mount Kelly, that white hat. Now in a battle with Ripper from Loughborough. They are out in front. They are your two leading teams as we go into the first changeover. Matthew Ward hands over to Riccardo Lucarelli for Mount Kelly, and Michael Ripper hands over to Luke Ibsen. That is who is now in the water and in the lead for Loughborough, going well in 7. For Derby, it's Liam Dawson. In the pool for Cardiff, Maxwell Anderson. For Stockport, it's Tom McCabe. Josh Denholm for Newcastle. Maxwell Adams for Bath. Jason Mahoutoglu for Chelsea and Westminster. Liam Dawson, as I said, is going well for Derby. Lewis Maxwell for Northumberland, and Oliver Jones for Poole. Loughborough now leading the way. Mount Kelly still holding on to second position. Having a great leg here for Bath. It is Maxwell Adams in 3. They will be your 1, 2, 3 at the halfway stage. In the water now for Loughborough, it's Calvin Fry. For Mount Kelly, it'll be Jonathan Turk. And for Bath, Oliver Saunders. There you go, 1, 2, 3. Now going well for Chelsea and Westminster is Pietro Ubatelli in 6th. Ethan Lawton is in for Derby. Thomas Maskell for Northumberland, Durham. Charlie Meek for Poole. Reece Blackett for Newcastle. Caden Wellesby for Stockport Metro. City of Cardiff, we've got Tristan Lee as Loughborough lead from Mount Kelly. Chelsea and Westminster up into 3rd. Team Bath in 4th. Loughborough with a healthy lead here. So we go into the final changeover, and the teams are a bit more spread out than they were in the early stages. Calvin Fry hands over to Thomas Exel. For Mount Kelly, the responsibility to bring the team home goes to Aaron Orkers. Callum Wimble is in for Team Bath. Henry Gray for Chelsea and Westminster. Alexander Harron for Derby. Luke McGee for Northumberland and Durham. Max Looker for Poole. Angelo Gianni Contini for Newcastle. Rhys Grady for Stockport. And Benjamin Fox-Wiltshire for Cardiff. Loughborough lead. Mount Kelly are in 2nd position now. It looks as though Chelsea and Westminster are in 3rd position. In 4th, 1 lane up from them, it's Derby Excel, and there's a fight for 5th between Bath and Newcastle, but stopping the clock first, 3:22:44 for Loughborough University there. 3:25:10 for Mount Kelly A. 3:26:12 for Chelsea and Westminster. 3:28:16 for Derby Excel. I'm reading them out because I think the same thing has happened. Our scoreboard has got confused by all of the different relay takeovers and all the different positions. So 3:29:02 for Newcastle, 3:29:23 for Bath, 3:34:20 Stockport Metro, 3:35:47 for Poole, 3:37:50 City of Cardiff. 2:58:90 is not the correct split for Northumberland and Durham Performance, so we will wait for those official results of heat number 2. Here are your official results for the men's 17 years and over 400 meters freestyle team, heat number 2. We've got one more heat to come. Here is your start list for that one. This will be heat number 3.
Let's go, Egan!
In 0 will be Mount Kelly B. In 1, City of Sheffield. In 2, University of Stirling. In 3, City of Cardiff A. In 4, City of Manchester. In 5, Swansea University. In 6, Plymouth Leander A. In 7, Millfield School A. In 8, Leeds University, and in lane 9, Tadcaster York Sport. Going well in these early stages. In lane 6, Plymouth Leander's Aidan Simmons-Brown. Harry Robinson goes from Mount Kelly. Ben Cope for Sheffield. Zach Speakman for Stirling. Harley James for Cardiff. Benjamin Houghton for Manchester. Finn Nicol for Swansea. Thomas Watkin for Millfield. Matthew Rooney for Leeds, and Ethan Balin for Tadcaster. Aidan Simmons-Brown turns first, 23.62. That was blistering speed down that opening 50. Ben Cope was second for Sheffield, still going well at the bottom of the pool in lane 1. As we come into our handover, and Sheffield have had an excellent second 50 there, 50.42 for Ben Cope, as he hands over to Ruben Vista. It's in the water now for Sheffield. Good changeover for Swansea University as Nicol handed over to Josh Williams. In the water for Manchester, it's Ruben Robotham King. Jack Knight is in for Cardiff. Jack Munsey is in for Stirling. Dylan Reeve is in for Mount Kelly B. Solomon Williams in for Millfield. Charlie Joe Hallett in for Plymouth Leander. And Sheffield still leading the way from Millfield School now, with Swansea University in 3rd. Sheffield at the bottom going well, but in 5 it is Swansea University's Josh Williams who's coming through. He will hand over to Lewis Fraser. In 2nd it is Leeds University's Jordan Cooley handing over to Louis Dove. A good second 50 there of that leg for Leeds University. Out in front, in 5, it is Swansea. In the water for Manchester is Toby Hill. Samuel McCarthy's in for Cardiff. Evan Jones is in for Stirling. Samuel Greenbank for Sheffield. Swansea University still in first. Sheffield in 2nd with Greenbank. Evan Jones of Stirling turned 3rd. Swansea now with an advantage. Going well, 1 lane up from Sheffield is Jones of Stirling. As we come in to this changeover, and it is Swansea University leading the way. The battle at the bottom of the pool between Sheffield and Stirling is hotting up. Going well in 7. It's Alexander Painter for Millfield School. Freddie Ashley Sparks is in for Plymouth Leander. Dan Jones is anchoring Swansea. Jacob Wibley, Manchester. Pierce Greening, Stirling. Matthew Woodall, Sheffield. He's now down to 4th. Oliver Rowe, Mount Kelly. 2nd now, it is Painter of Millfield. Rory Taylor for Leeds University is in 7th. As we come down into the finish, and it will be Dan Jones of Swansea that takes this heat. Very close into the finish. Millfield School A just getting the touch over University of Stirling. Plymouth Leander A, they started very quickly. They finished up there in 4th in this heat. We will bring you those official results. There they are. Swansea University top that heat from Millfield and Stirling. That concludes all 3 heats in this event. We will bring you a full summary now so that you can see who has progressed to tonight's finals. Here is page 1, and these will be your finalists. Loughborough go in on top. Swansea from Mount Kelly A. City of Manchester making it in 10th position. Here is page 2, Cardiff City of Cardiff, not the football team, they are the first reserves. There is your second page of results. And here are the final page. Here is the final page of the results. So there are all your teams that have made it cleanly through these heats this morning. And obviously page 1 progressed to tonight's finals. Thank you very much for joining us. We will be back for one more heat session at 2 o'clock. They will be the women's 14-16 and 17 plus 4x200 meters freestyle relays, and they are heat declared winner. See you soon.
Feeling that cost of living crunch? Labara are here to help.
All I want is great customer service and network, but for less.
That's why Labara gives you 15 gigabytes of 5G data and unlimited UK minutes and text for just £10 a month. Plus, no contract, change or cancel anytime.
An excellent customer service.
So what's stopping you joining the bill-busting revolution? Labara. More for less.
Half is fake, but everybody's singing along. It's okay, we'll all soon be gone. Hey!